Okay, you guys had asked for this video about these Dublins and natural leathers. So I'll do a close-up kind of the boots on the table here, but I'll just kind of show them to you and talk through them real quick. That was a Viberg 310, but this is English tan Dublin. This is the richest color. Has a little bit of orange in it. Definitely the most saturated color. It's really nice. I love this leather. I have a belt in this leather from Ashland, and I've thought about getting some other stuff. Really nice. It wrinkles a lot, possibly more than Horween's Chrome XL, but it's really nice. Sometimes it has these kind of tiger stripey things going on. I have another video about these if you want to see them closer. English tan Dublin. Natural Dublin. These are a NYX MTO type boot I got off of the ready to ship. They sold it as a Prospector, but a Prospector generally has the one piece backstay with no pull loop. But this is 11067 last on a moderate heel. This one's a custom though. I didn't realize it till later. This has like a walking heel piece of leather here that makes it kind of strike better or different, you should say. It made the arch adjustment kind of, and this being my first high arch boot, kind of unreal. It's kind of scary. I almost thought I wouldn't be able to do it, but you can call it a Prospector, I guess. Natural Dublin. That's what they sold it as in the ready to ship. And then this is a Truman 20 last, which they don't do a ton of, usually on the mock toes only, which is a kind of a bump toe, a sprung toe. Natural Cypress. Also a Horween product. So all of these are Horween leathers. Lighter, more, you saw how the natural Dublin's lighter than the English tan, and it was even lighter when it was new. That I have realized they've darkened a bit over time of owning them for almost a year and wearing them a lot. This is even lighter. I believe this is a veg tan. The last two I know for a fact are veg tan. I think this is a veg tan because if you look inside it, you could see that kind of hole. All right, sorry, the camera's wigging out here. It thinks it sees a face. If you look in there, you see how it's light inside on the leather? To me, that's sort of indicative of a veg tan. You don't see that as much on chrome tan. Not exactly sure, probably should look up a little bit more, but I believe this is something like a, what do they call it, a retan or whatever. I think this is a veg tan and then they do something similar, or maybe it's the other way around. Maybe this is a chrome tan that they retan, even though that's what Chrome XL is. So I think this is different. I think this is like a veg tan Chrome XL, but don't quote me on it. Natural Cypress, really nice. All these are really nice, but I really like that. So let's do kind of a, I'll try to, like I said, throw in some kind of scrolling shots or whatever you want to say. You can see all three together. I can't hold up all three together, but you can see English tan Dublin, natural Dublin, quite a big color difference. And then you go even further. Natural Dublin to natural Cypress. Again, lighter, darker. This is a different shade though too. It's almost like a yellowish, which I feel like these kind of had going on when they were new, but it's changed. And then you could see the biggest striking change in colors here. Look at the difference between English tan Dublin and natural Cypress. Quite a bit different in color. How about a sniff test for the boot fanatics? So this almost has no smell at all, which is weird because I thought they had a little bit smell. These smell very nice, and they smelled even better when they were new. Still smells nice. These, I've said it in my video, these smell insane. My English tan Dublin belt smells insane. This is just like, it's the best smelling leather I think there might be. NYX 1964 leathers smell really good too, but I think I'll still, for now, say the English tan Dublin's the best smell. I really like this. I really think, I don't know, I've read mixed reviews from people online. Some people say NYX is going to bring back natural Dublin. I hope they do, but their customer service said they won't, or it's discontinued or whatever. They're not bringing it back, because I was asking. I saw it on the 11067 shoe, the Audubon. They showed it as natural Dublin. I was like, well, if they're still putting this shoe together, maybe I'll buy it just to get more natural Dublin because I'm crazy. And they said, no, it's a mistake on the site, which I thought it could be. Here's English tan. Really nice color. These are awesome boots. I was really bent out of shape when I opened them because they're so expensive. You pay $800 for Vibergs because of the wrinkling, but I kind of let that go, and these are one of my favorite pairs of boots, as are these. These still kind of float around as my favorite boot. These were the gateway, and I think that's part of it, and they're just freaking, like, look at that. It's like peak aesthetic. This walking heel thing, I need to talk to them. They just put one little piece of leather in, but it makes the walk different, and I don't know, it makes this dogger heel look cooler than my other doggers from NYX. And then these, conflicted. I kind of feel like I'm a one and done with Truman. I love this boot, don't regret it at all. Sizing's a little weird. I had to go to 11.5D, and they're kind of a little bit tight, and they're kind of a little bit short. Oh, I don't even know. With a thin sock that I wear my NYX and stuff with, they're fine. I mean, I feel a little bit of big toe push at the end of the day. No pinky push, which is weird. NYX is bad with that. But my big toe is being pressed in a little bit from this, curve in, which made me think, well, maybe a 12 would help with that, which it should. But then these are there's not heel slip, but they're a generous fit around this part of your foot down here, and I guess the heel's okay. Here it's kind of like a little bit, it reminds me of those mock toe 875 Red Wings that I got in 11 EE, where there's just kind of a little bit of play in the middle. But then if I wear a thicker sock, these are brutal. They're too tight. So maybe a thick sock or a boot sock and a 12D would probably be the best I could get, but I don't like wearing the thick socks. My feet get hot. I like the thinner sock. It's kind of been my vibe lately. So these are probably my only pair of Trumans, but I love this makeup. I'm glad I saw it, and I was showing it to a boot friend over the summer, and they're like, did you see this? I was like, no, but I'm buying them, and they're awesome. I think they should make more boots on the 20 last, because I think their 79 is where people have trouble, because it's really small is what I hear. And this is just a really perfect, simple, clean, if you look at this, kind of ranting now, but like the whole service boot thing, like this is just a good boot. It's a nice looking boot. Single piece backstay. I actually like what they do on their edge finish. It's not like NYX natural. It's a little bit more tan or something. See how NYX is almost like a reddish color? This isn't brown like NYX. It's like a nice rich tan color. It's really nice. The sole is freaking amazing. This commando sole and this kind of a honey gum thing. I said in my other video or my short, it looks like, kind of makes me think of Doc Martens from the 90s. This is a sick boot. I look forward to it getting a little bit softer, maybe with wearing. I've worn them quite a few, well, as much as I could this summer. I'll get a lot more use, and this traction on this. NYX needs to freaking offer these commando type soles. This is like, it's perfect for someone like myself with the heritage look, because you get, if you're walking around, you can't really see it on the front. It's like a lower profile, but then when you're in the dirt, this has infinitely better traction than a V-bar or even a 430 Vibram. This is way better. I was with my daughter at her school or whatever, and just walked up a dirt hill and like perfect traction. Whereas I don't think you're going to get that with a V-bar. I feel like you'll slip like this. I'm not going to go off-road in these. I'll eat shit. But for around the house, well, normal day-to-day working at a desk and just running errands and stuff, walking on cement and tarmac and stuff, going to Costco. This is fine. And then this is probably the in-between. Day-night does have very good grip, is super low profile and comfortable, and it works well. The V-bar is decent, but I think I would go with I think the Commando is probably the most capable, but also still looking kind of cool. I would say after that is probably, I would go day-night because it's softer. Then the 430. The 430's, you know, harder, probably longer lasting, but it's also like not as comfortable. And then V-bar is a weird one. It seems like it's the most like squishy and gummy and comfortable, but it has like almost no traction at all for me. Like, I don't know. Anyway, that was a long ramble about a couple boots. The point was these three, and there you go. Cheers.